actually worked in Republican circles. What is going wrong here on that front?
And I just think the Democrats right now have to just reckon with the fact that there's a fundamental brand problem with the party as far as not reaching like huge swaths of the country. Jim listed a couple of them with rural and Hispanics. But if you look at the exit polls, Trump gained with every demographic group except college-educated women. Everyone. Black men, Hispanic men and Hispanic women, non-college women. So it wasn't really even a race and gender thing in particular. It was widespread. And there's a brand issue. And to your reference about my kind of time at the Republican Party, I look back at 2012 when we lost with Romney, right? And afterwards, we did the autopsy and we looked at it and we're like, we need to fix this little thing or that little thing. And that might make the difference if we reached out to this group more or that group. The reality was that the Romney-Ryan party did not appeal to broad swaths of the country. It did not appeal to black and brown Americans. It also didn't really appeal that much to working class Americans. Obama cut into his margins there. That's where the Democrats are right now. They get so when you say communicate, yeah, but it's more like we got to figure out how to talk to them. It's not about like a talking points. Democrats have to think about how their brand is resonating outside of college-educated, urban and suburban, white America.
Yeah. What we did not have is white women who voted about 52%, right, for Donald Trump. Uneducated white women, is my understanding. You have Latino men, actually, voting more for him. And you have, and black men was not the story. We're not the story here because they voted almost 80% for the vice president. Right. So why do you think that uneducated white women voted against their reproductive health freedoms? And why do you think Latino men voted in favor of someone that's going to deport, says he's going to deport the majority of his community?
White women like being called uneducated white women. I think the economy matters, national security matters. But when you put people in these boxes, I think that's a takeaway from this race.
What's going on, everyone? Talks with Kenny here, and the media. Democrats, this is look. The media and Democrats are one and the same, in my view anyway. Majority of the journalists are Democrat. They claim to be independent, but it's obvious. Most of them are Democrat, right? And there's this narrative that the left is trying to push about the college education thing because they saw a graph that the less college educated someone is, the more likely they are to vote for Trump. And I have something a very succinct point. Feynman, I'm a Feynman. I love to quote him. Many of you guys seem to love the quote, so I always like to try to sprinkle a quote into my videos. The world is filled with educated fools and uneducated geniuses. I'll leave it at that, right? Because this is my point that I've been saying. And if you guys listen to any of my commentary, my biggest talking point here, and the reason why Kamala Harris sucked as a candidate, is Kamala Harris only knows how to talk to Democrat voters, and that's it. The word salad stuff, that's corporate speak. And I made this point a lot. Kamala Harris's word salad is corporate speak. When you work in a corporation, you know what I'm talking about, right? And the Democratic Party is the party of the educated, I use educated in quotation marks, white voters. That's it. That's the party. That's their demographic. And they're mad that people who don't fit in their specific demographic, imagine Democrats was mad at the Republican Party that, and let's say Republicans lost like this, right? They lost what? Resounding loss. Arizona got declared for Donald Trump 6 hours ago at the time of making this video. Massive wave. He has the presidency, the popular vote, Senate, the Senate majority, House majority, state governor majority, state legislature majority. The few states that didn't go red mostly are the ones without voter ID. Must be a coincidence. This is an extremely clear mandate from the people for significant change. You think the Democrats are going to go along with it? No. You have Maxine Waters here blaming racism and sexism for why their candidate lost.
What is the lesson that your party should have learned?
Well, the Democratic Party worked very hard, and they raised, substantial sum of money. We had great candidates, and so Trump had a following, basically generally led by whites. White males voted in big numbers. He had a few from the other race groups, that joined in, like the Latinos at 45%, and black men at about the same rate that they did when they voted for him before, at about 20%. That combination won. And so it is not that Democrats did not work hard, did not do a great job. We had an unusual situation where we had a black woman, which this country has never seen before. A combination of all of those things led to his win.
I will not push back on the idea that race and sex matter in America and politics. I think they do. I don't know that it was the controlling variable, and you don't suggest otherwise. To me, it seemed to be that the Democrats thought Trump stinks is enough. And Senator Bernie Sanders said something that reminded me of you, which is why I wanted you on the show tonight, Maxine, which is Democratic Party used to be, we are all about doing for working people. That's what we do. That's what Mario Cuomo's party, that's what Maxine Waters' party was. You are now seen as not that, even by Bernie Sanders.
So it's safe to say that the Democrats have not learned their lesson. As per usual, it seems like, I don't know, this is why I say a part of me, I think someone needs to do a psychological study on liberalism. Because a part of me is starting to think that liberalism there has to be some correlation with narcissism, self-centeredness, because the idea that you think you ran a perfect campaign is asinine to me, right? And she bragged about her raising millions and billions of dollars. And I'm like, spending billions of dollars and losing by a landslide, in modern terms anyway, is nasty work. It's crazy work. It's crazy. You spent $1 billion just to get swept. And you think you ran a good campaign. Okay, liberal. Okay. Hispanics are racist and black men are misogynists. That's the new narrative, because they keep bragging about college education. Well, in the terms of college education, black men hold the least amount of college education, yet they're the uneducated voter that voted the most for the Democratic Party. So the Democrats want to run with this narrative, right? Because I'm seeing it online that they're saying, oh, you see, this is why people need to get educated, because look at the educated vote. Educated don't mean smart. And if you're a conservative, right, you interpret educated meaning indoctrinated, because a lot of the colleges these people get their education from, their college degrees from, are institutions dominated almost exclusively, actually exclusively, by people of the Democratic Party, by liberals, by progressives, by Marxists. This is where some of the most far left ideas reside, in our college academics. And you're being educated in that institution, and you think it's a surprise that college educated people tend to vote Democrat? Look at the faculty, 12-to-1 ratio. For every one conservative teacher you have in college, you have 12 liberal professors. But you want to brag about your educated vote when most people who are not in the college system see you guys as your own little bubble. And this is what I'm talking about, the liberal echo chamber. But no, you want to find cope, right? They're not coping well. This is amazing to watch. Zero introspective as to the real issues or cause to their defeat. You guys have lost the plot. And I tend to agree with this. Hey, let's hear Al Sharpton, race hustler galore, speak about this.
I just say, Rev, really quickly, too. Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men.
What a simple-minded.
It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men.
The problem with these college-educated people is that they think they're better than people, right? Like I just said, you guys are educated fools. And we are the majority of Americans, because the majority of Americans did not go to college, 60%. You want to talk about democracy, that's democracy. 60% of people don't go to college. 60% of people are not indoctrinated like you fools. And you want to get mad at our genius for voting for Trump. Hey, I know I'm going to make libs mad, but I don't care. My voice represents, it's closer. I won't say I speak for the majority, but my perspective is closer to the majority than not. Your perspective is the minority, liberal. So how about you learn something? You spent $1 billion just to have this result. Not one swing state went your way, not one. So people who are in the middle all went for Trump. but you want to blame college education. You want to blame Joe Biden. Democrats are throwing Biden away like a used condom after claiming he should be Mount Rushmore just 3 months ago, right? Typical liberal. I seen it myself. When something don't go their way, they want to throw a temper tantrum. You already see the videos online. Democrats are directing your rage at Joe Biden, who are to blame for setting up Kamala Harris for failure for not dropping out sooner. I mean, think about this way, liberal. When conservatives were saying, yo, Biden is on a mental decline, conservatives have been saying this since 2022, I think. Towards the end of 2022, we've been saying, yo, something's up with Biden. Biden don't look as sharp as he used to. You should have listened to that, and if you had followed along, you would have got Biden out. But no, you wanted to call us, manipulated videos, everything we say is cheap, fake, conspiracy, unfounded claims of Biden's mental decline. Even though if you look at polls, like, this is the funny part. It's the fact that they do not want to check themselves that is the reason why they wreck themselves. If you look at polls, majority of Americans believe, 62% of Americans believed in 2022, I think 2023, that Biden is not mentally fit to be president. Yet, y'all didn't listen. And what y'all doing now? Y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. Instead, y'all want to melt down, cry, right? Look at this. $1 billion. Trump only spent 30% of the money you spent. And he beat you by a landslide. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Right? Oh, but we ran a perfect campaign. You want to blame Biden. Here's the result. Kamala Harris underperformed compared to Biden in 2020. Make it make sense. She didn't overperform, not in one county, not in one county. Kamala Harris didn't outperform Biden, but you want to blame Biden. Oh, okay. Check out this clip real quick.
In New York, Biden was plus 23, Harris is plus 11. He's made up 12 points in New York. In New Jersey, that was New York State. In New Jersey, Biden won by 16, Harris is winning by 4 points.
Wow.
There is a massive realignment in America.
Also, we were just talking before the commercial break about the Hispanic vote. Trump right now is winning 45% of the Hispanic vote, larger than Bush, who got 44% in 2004 of the Hispanic vote. Quite remarkable that he is getting that enormous.
There's a chance this is a real rout.
Yeah.
For Republicans. Win probability right now,
94%.
94%.
Everyone's been talking all night long about the headwinds. There'll be a lot of questions asked about this after the fact. This is not a good environment for any incumbent. Kamala Harris is the incumbent vice president. What this shows you is not votes. This shows you the darker the county, the more that county has been hit by inflation. Meaning, the darker the county, the more cost of living, energy prices, gas prices, housing prices in a lot of places have outpaced wage increases. Right? Try to find me. See the green?
Yeah, what does that mean? That's
the county where your wages have outpaced inflations. You can use a hand. You will fill one hand. In the more than 4,000 counties and townships in the United States, you use one hand to fill out the counties where wages have outpaced inflation.
So can I make two observations?
So I just want to come back into your comment.
Oh my goodness!
I want to come back to your comment. The darker the county, the more punishing, the more inflation has outpaced your wages, your cost of living. And just look, I mean, the fact that she's doing as well in the suburbs is a testament to the Democratic strength there. But you see in these other places, it's just that was the headwind, and that came up. I can tell you, I was on the road for 15 months, and that.
So you still want to say it's racism, sexism, Democrat? And this is what I'm talking about. This is why I said 2024 will be a referendum on identity politics, because identity politics, many people see through the game. Liberals and many people on the Democratic Party use sexism and racism as an alibi for their just poor decision making, their poor governance. Like, look at the charts. Look at the charts. You underperformed Biden, but you want to blame Biden when the damage has already been done. Biden could have dropped out a whole year before, and you still would have lost the election, Kamala Harris. It's just you're a bad candidate, and this has been Kamala Harris's MO. I know I'm somewhat of a Kamala Harris expert at this point. I made maybe 10 videos talking about Kamala Harris, going through her history. 2019, I had clips of CNN flashbacks telling hey, look, Kamala Harris does not have a talent of talking to people who aren't Democrats, who aren't from California. And you saw it here today. The word salad, the unable to articulate herself, unable to message to non-Democrats, it killed her in the election. But instead of looking at it and reflecting on that, you got liberals online saying, no, nothing's wrong with Kamala Harris. It's something wrong with America. What a self-centered, narcissistic way of looking at things. And they wonder why they push people away. They wonder why I have such a negative bias against liberals. I see liberals as condescending, elitist, self-centered, arrogant. And you just proved me right. Look at how y'all taking the reaction. Y'all proving me right. And y'all think y'all deserve to win the election? You want to wag your fingers? Like, I see liberals online talking about how, oh, Latino men, when Donald Trump's deporting y'all after y'all voted for him, we're going to see who's laughing now. And I'm saying, look at this racist-ass statement from a black liberal, from a black Democrat. If a Latino person is able to vote, it's likely they are a citizen of America and they won't be deported, dummy. But here you are, making racial assumptions, typical racist. And you wonder why Hispanics, when polled, you wonder why Hispanics, whites, Asians, even black people think that black people are the most racist people. Oh, sorry, the most likely to be racist in America. But you want to hear, like, typical liberal projection. Typical. Because you want to focus on the race, gender of somebody. Maybe that's how y'all pick your candidates, but we pick our candidates on other things, on more substantive things. The presidency is not a participation trophy. Democrats, stop treating it like one. And maybe we will respect your candidates a little bit more. But even based on the abilities, she didn't know how to message. You saying the economy is fine? You say you won't do anything differently from Joe Biden? Did you see the map that they showed you in Pennsylvania? Did they show you the map where inflation costs has outpaced wages? And you think the economy was good? You had a liberal analyst on CNN when Shermichael, I had the clips. I have the clips. I have the videos illustrating the issues. If you follow my channel, you knew exactly how this election would have gone. Because I told you the issues. As a black man that was against Harris, I showed you why I wasn't voting for Harris. But instead, what does the arrogant, self-centered liberal do? Dismiss all my points and say you're voting against your own interests. Dummy. You deserve this loss. And instead of reflecting, learning from it, no, you want to double down, triple down. Okay. Hey, my last advice to Democrats, and then I'm gonna stop giving y'all advice. Next time, I think you're in 2028. Your next candidate should not come from California. Okay, I'm just saying. Because they're too used to only being able to talk to Democrats. They're too used to only being able to message to Democrats. Pick someone more from a swing state. Josh Shapiro, I think you have a better chance with him. But, hey, I tried. Don't say no one warned y'all. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your angle in the comment section below. Do you agree with my synopsis of the situation? My synopsis of the vote about the Democratic Party? Do you believe that people who are voting for Trump is misguided? I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.